He turned plastic waste into gasoline, went missing for weeks, and now we finally know what really happened to him. His name is Julian Brown, and he's been going viral with his experiments turning plastic junk into usable gasoline for vehicles, which he calls plastiline. Yet another revolutionary innovator of efficient and easily accessible energy disappeared, and everyone was worried for his life. Ever since he posted this cryptic video to his socials saying that he's under attack and that he's getting hunted down by some sort of shadow agents, he went ghost for weeks, and everyone thought they got to him, which kind of makes sense. Big Oil definitely hates this guy. As you may or may not know, anyone who threatens the dominance of oil and gas companies tends to go missing. It's happened countless times in the last century whenever an inventor comes out with technology that can create energy in unconventional ways. Just like Stanley Meyer, who back in the 80s created a car engine that ran on just water, which he and several scientists validated in many tests, who mysteriously passed away from a sudden brain aneurysm as he was signing a deal for his invention in 1998. Technology that would have provided cheap and easily accessible energy to the world. And that's kinda what Julian Brown has been working on, and he's been getting a lot of attention on social media for it, building his own makeshift gas station, showing and documenting his entire process of turning plastic junk into fuel. Fuel that can power cars, potentially even jet fuel, providing energy made from literal garbage. Calling it a microwave pyrolysis reactor, basically a high-tech oven that melts plastic using a very specific process that turns it into a flammable liquid that can be used as gasoline. And he proves that plastiline gas is real by testing it on many engines in his videos, all while working in a remote location somewhere in Alabama for added safety, and turns out he really needed it. Dealing with crushing heat and relentless mosquitoes, which got so bad he had to create his own sunscreen using all natural ingredients with no carcinogenic chemicals that was also a mosquito repellent. Julian Brown really is the real deal. He was even recognized by Forbes magazine in May, and his company NatureJab was highlighted for his many revolutionary achievements, including his microwave pyrolysis reactor, his plastic gasoline machine, directly recognized by Forbes. Oh, and it's also solar powered. His machine was even tested by ASAP Labs in Washington, which confirmed it burned cleaner than regular diesel. Ahead of creating his company, Brown was selected as a 776 Climate Fellow, a 2-year program that recognizes young people for thinking of innovative ways to tackle climate change, which, whether you believe is real or not, is still an impressive accolade of his. Also receiving a $100,000 grant from Alexis Ohanian, co-founder of Reddit, and tens of thousands of dollars in additional support from a GoFundMe. Not to mention he's been featured on the news as well. To put it simply, everything this guy claims he's doing for real. There's no doubt about that. Well, in a then deleted, now reposted video, Julian appears extremely uncomfortable, claiming that he's being watched and is under attack, that he's seen many black helicopters watching him from the sky, with spotlights shining down and tracking his every move. Helicopters that circled him over 5 times and came so low that he could feel the wind of the blades on his body. He's been saying that something big is about to happen, and even admits that he may not live for much longer, which he's actually mentioned in many other previous videos as well. That he's being watched and is receiving literal threats from unknown sources, that the EPA and the IRS are specifically targeting him, and that all it'll take for them is to deem his invention a national security threat and they can legally shut it down. Despite these threats, he promises he will never back down from his ultimate mission, to bring plastiline to the world. Well, after this video, posted in the beginning of July 2025, he goes dark and doesn't post for weeks on end, which kinda made the internet panic. Speculation started circulating online that he's gone missing and that something bad probably happened to him, as we know has happened time and time again with disruptive inventors of his nature. Well, a week or so later, his mom came out and told the Daily Mail that she can confirm Julian is safe, but is currently in hiding, and in the best interest of his security, she can't reveal any more information. Everyone assumed the worst, that the oil and gas energy mafia got to him and stopped him from spreading his plastiline invention to society. But then, about 3 weeks after his disturbing message, he finally comes out and tells the world he's back and what's really been happening. So apparently his iCloud was hacked by some anonymous hackers who were able to remotely monitor everything on his phone, and then were able to hack into his Instagram account, posting his driver's license online and exposing his address to the world. No matter how many times he changed his password and updated his 2FA, the hackers would always find a way back into his account, which tells us these definitely weren't some regular 2-bit hacker trolls just messing around. These guys were professionals. They knew what they were doing and were very experienced. So Julian went dark as he got support from Meta to fully get his account back, as some of us know can take a really long time. Also saying that Meta actually tracked down exactly who hacked him, which we'll hopefully figure out very soon. And I can't imagine any regular person who would be against someone from releasing cheap and accessible gasoline to the world, except for anyone involved in the oil and gas industry themselves, as something like this doesn't look good for their wallets, who have systematically suppressed alternative energy technology for decades, using patents, lawsuits, and convenient accidents to maintain their empires and cover up inventions that threaten them, which suggests